Hey guys, welcome back. Okay, so today I'm going to be talking about now the Atari Jaguar and some must-have games. Now, the Atari Jaguar back then was not that good. It didn't appeal to me. I wasn't super fussed about it. I remember seeing it. Thought it was pretty pants, really. As it's become a retro console, I found it's got on really well. And looking back at it as a retro console, I think it holds up really well. So today I'm going to be going over some must-have games for the Atari Jaguar. You know, there's a huge load of collections, well, about 59 actually, but some really good games that I highly recommend getting. So let's have a look at 10 must-have games for the Atari Jaguar. Okay, first up I've chosen Dino Dudes, or Evolution Dino Dudes. This was released on the Super Nintendo, the Mega Drive, and ported to many other consoles. They released it on the Atari Jaguar. I found this one to be, you know, slightly better, slightly sharp in my opinion. It's one of those Lemmings kind of games. You've got cavemen and you're moving them around the screen to get to the exit. Now you've got certain obstacles on the way. You know, like for instance, you can pick up a spear and it helps you jump over the gaps. Also, you can climb your other cavemen friends to get higher up on a level. It's that kind of puzzle platform kind of game. I find this one to be, if you've got addictive personality, this is a definite must. The music as well is one of those that I do like. I tend to hum to myself or whistle it while I'm playing the game. This is a great game, a great puzzle style game. Probably one of the best you'll find on the Atari Jaguar. If you've not tried it, highly recommend trying it out now.
Okay.
We have gone with Zool 2. Now, there was Zool, they never released it on the Atari Jaguar, but Zool 2 they did, and they've made it slightly better, a bit more colourful. It's your usual platform game. First released on the Amiga, brought to many consoles, ported over, and they did Zool 2 on the Atari Jaguar. I found this one a pretty decent platformer. Yeah, there is annoying parts to it as well. You go skidding all over the place, but it's not bad at all. Very colourful. The music's not bad. Quite challenging as well. One of those games you'll keep coming back for more and more. If you've not, go and give it a try. Check it out. Next up, we've gone with Cybermorph. Now, this was your freebie bundled in with most of the consoles. Eventually, they released a console on its own. You can buy this separately as well, boxed, if you need to. The thing that annoyed me is when you got it with the console, it was just a cartridge. That really frustrated me when you got that, but you know, Cybermorph is kind of like your Star Foxy kind of game. Slightly better detail in there. And, you know, you're going around collecting pods. You're going to collect pods on several planets. You can move forward, back, slightly up, slightly down. Once you've got all the pods, you head to the transporter and it transports you to the next level. You've got this green alien lady that's telling you how to drive and criticising your driving. You can turn that off if you need to, but I do find this one, I didn't like it back then. I do like it now. There's something about it and I can't quite put my finger on it. If you know, please let me know. But anyway, go and give this one a try.
Avoid to the ground. Good work.
have got Power Drive Rally. Now, if I could choose any game this reminds me of, I'm going to have to say there's a bit of Micro Machines in there. I do find this one top-down, kind of Colin McRae kind of rally. I do find this one really good, actually. It appeals to me a bit more. I'm not a massive driving fan, but this one does come across really well. The graphics are really good, and it's very smooth, and it's one of those that gives you a good challenge, and you know you can actually do the course. If you're not actually managing to do the course at the time, you're like, right, I'll just give it one more go, and I know I can get there. I know I can get a bit further each time, and you do get a bit further each time. This is a quality game, probably one of the best top-down driving games. I think it's the only one on the Atari Jaguar, actually, but probably one of the best on the Atari Jaguar. Check it out.
K right. 110 K right. Square right. 60. Square left. Mid left. Hairpin right. 130. Acute right. Square left. Fast mid right.
Okay, next up we have gone with Wolfenstein 3D. First released on the PC, then they brought it to the Super Nintendo. They released it on the Atari Jaguar. I found the frame rate to be absolutely smooth on this one. An absolute quality game. Yeah, they got rid of the bar underneath, so you've just got a few icons telling you your weapons and your ammo. Now, the downside to this one, a little bit frustrating. When you're playing the game, you struggle to sift through your weapons, and I find that a little bit annoying. Once you've got your gun, then your automatic machine gun, you can't go back to your pistol, and it just means because they use the same ammo. So fair enough. Apart from that aside, it didn't bother me too much anyway. Absolutely brilliant game. It is your Doom style clone game. This was before Doom, but this one did convert to the Atari Jaguar very, very well indeed. This is probably, in my opinion, probably one of the best versions out there. Now, you can't have a 10 must-have games without adding, the infamous Alien versus Predator. That's what the Atari Jaguar was all about, Alien versus Predator. It's the must-have game. This one, yes, it's kind of, you could say 3 games in one. It's your first-person shooter. Now, the beauty about this is you can play the Alien, the Predator, or the Marine. And I tend to play, the Marine a lot, but then every now and then when I'm having a blast around, fine, let's do the Alien version this time, or even the Predator. But all 3 games in one, absolutely quality. This is definitely a must. You don't need me to tell you this. You've probably tried this already, but highly recommend giving it a go. Next up, we've gone with Super Burnout. Now, this one does remind me of Hang On, but a really futuristic one. They've upgraded it. It's like super Hang On. And I found this one to be really good. Now, the thing that really I do enjoy about this one is when you're going around corners, you're not skidding off around the corner all the time, which I tend to find. I tend to do that on motorbike racing games, although you will see me skid off a few times around the corner. But it didn't bother me. It was only once or twice. Okay, maybe 3 times. But still, cornering this is fantastic. Very, very smooth frame rate as well. Quite challenging, and it is a good game indeed. It's one of those, you go from night to day, the background changes. It is a really good game. I highly recommend checking this one out.
First time. 2 laps to go.
Next up, we've got probably the best shooter on the Atari Jaguar is Raiden or Raiden. I don't know. You call it what you want. This one, yeah, actually 2-player as well. And this is a really good conversion. Very addictive. And it's one of those, it does get hard sometimes. You do tend to find you blow up pretty quick a lot, as you'll probably see me doing it a lot. But you do get a lot of challenge in there. There's a lot of credits, and you might even finish it on your first go if you just keep going back and back. But if you do fancy a lovely blaster, this is probably the best 2D blaster for the Atari Jaguar. Recommend it. You can't mention the Atari Jaguar without mentioning this. They're synonymous together. Tempest 2000 is the game to have for the Atari Jaguar. They did the old version in there, and they've put Tempest, the new version, in there as well. Now, I wasn't a massive fan of playing Tempest in the arcade. It didn't appeal to me. Now, playing it on the Atari Jaguar, it's one of those that I'm like, oh yes, this is good. They've really upped it. The music gets you pumping. This is a quality game. The graphics, the sound, the music, it just all adds in there. And boy, I do enjoy playing this one. It's one of those that you feel that you are blasting aliens. A really good challenge indeed. And it's one of those games that will keep you coming back for more and more. There is a level select in there as well, so you can, if you finish the first 10 levels, you can move on to the next lot pretty quickly. Recommend it if you've not tried it already. Last up, we have gone with Doom. Yeah, well, I mean, you can't have a top 10 for the Atari Jaguar without having Doom. Yes, I have had all the first-person shooters on here. Doom was first converted, one of the very first conversions on the Atari Jaguar, and this one is one of my favourites. No, it doesn't have the music while playing the game. I get it. But I think it adds a bit more atmosphere because you can hear the enemies around the corner and the grunts and the noises, and you were scared to move ahead. This was one of the first Doom games I actually played. A friend lent me this one, and I played Doom on this. Yeah, I had the cheat on. I had God mode on. This is what got me into Doom, and I still love to come back and play this every now and then. I don't know why. There's something, quite a bit of charm about it. Everyone knows what Doom is, but really, really recommend getting this one. It should be one of the first ones you should get if you're getting an Atari Jaguar. Go give it a try. Well, there you have it. 10 must-have games. Now, I absolutely adore things like Tempest. I thought that was absolutely brilliant. I thought Tempest came on really well. They did it, they really upgraded it. They gave the old Tempest in there and the new Tempest as well. Things like Burnout, Super Burnout, just remind me of Hang On, but like in the future. I think quality games there. So guys, let me know if you've got any kind of thoughts, any kind of games that you think should be good enough for the Atari Jaguar. Definitely must have if you're starting out and having a collection. So guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.